So now you know the logic behind embedding Bokeh charts more or less, and you'll understand it better now that we start coding. So these are the files of my Flask website, and you should have these files if you follow the section where we built a website with Flask. If you don't have these files, I'm providing them in the resources, so please download them if you don't have them. And the demo folder contains those Flask files, and this is the virtual environment. So I'll open this with Atom. And so before I go and edit these files, I want to make sure my web application is running smoothly. So it's been a while since I built this, so let me try if things are working. And so in the virtual folder we got the scripts folder where you have pip and Python. So we're using the Python installation of our virtual environment. So this is like a small computer, let's say, where we have installed Python, which is not affected by the main installation in your computer. So we are in the My Site folder. So to run the web app, the website, you want to say virtual, so we point to the virtual folder, and then we want to locate the python.exe, which is inside scripts. You can check that if you want. So we're using Python of virtual environment, and then we want to point to the demo folder and then to the script.py file, and there seems to be an error. So a good practice in this case would be to go ahead and delete this virtual folder, because it's been a while since we've built this. So there may be a new version of virtual env, so we want to use that new version. So what you want to do is you may want to create another virtual environment. So there's no virtual environment there anymore. First of all, though, you want to make sure you have the virtual env library installed. So this is what you use to create virtual environments. So pip install virtual env. So I didn't have this, so this is being downloaded, and now it's installed. And once you do that, you go ahead and use Python with the m argument and then venv. So if you are on Windows, you write venv. If you are on Linux, you'd want to write virtual env, so like this one. And then let's say virtual for the name of the folder. Execute that. The folder is created, and we should wait a while there. So I didn't get an error. That means my virtual environment was successfully created, as you see here in the folder 3. Now let's go ahead and try the same command. So we use Python, which is inside the script folder, and then we execute the script.py. So this is a new brand Python, so it will not have Flask, I suppose. It says can't open file demo script.py. It's demo script1.py. And then so we don't have the module named Flask clause, so let's go ahead and install some modules. We need to install Flask, and we need to install Bokeh as well, and pandas, and the pandas data reader library. And you can install these libraries with pip, but you need to point to the virtual environment. So you want to use the virtual env pip, virtual scripts pip install Flask. And then we need Bokeh, so install Bokeh as well. And NumPy is also being installed with Bokeh because Bokeh is dependent on NumPy. And you also have other dependencies as well, as you can see here. And that was successfully installed. Now let's try pandas. And so pandas was not installed in my system. If you are on a Linux, you wouldn't get this error, or Mac, but on Windows you probably do. So to fix this, the first thing you want to do, you want to upgrade pip to the latest version. So you want to upgrade the virtual env pip, so virtual scripts Python with the m argument pip install with the upgrade flag there and pip. So successfully installed pip version 8. Now try again pandas. And that was successful. If that didn't work for you, either you want pre-compiled Python libraries, which you can get here. So you'd want to locate the pre-compiled distributions of pandas. So you want to pick your version here and then download that file and then point to this file with pip. So instead of saying pip install pandas, you would say something like pip install pandas and dash 0 point, etc. So here we go. Pandas was installed. What else do we need? Well, pandas data reader. And yeah, that's basically it. Now let's go ahead and run the Flask app. So this is the code, Python demo script.1.py, and it's running. So it's on localhost port 5000. So localhost 5000. And yeah, this is a Flask website, and it seems to be working well. So now that we have a running website, we need to add more things there. So I'd like to add another menu here, which will be connected to a page. So I'll link that to a page, and let's create the root for that page. Let's say plot with slashes. So when the user visits localhost colon 5000 slash plot, this function will be executed. Let's call the function plot, and then here goes the Bokeh code. So you want to copy all this. Here we have the libraries. Datetime is a built-in library, so you don't have to install that. And by the way, so copy that and go and paste it here. And all of these code should be indented. So go ahead and edit lines, indent, and you indent all the lines. And here should be a colon, and that's it. And then you're basically done with the Python script. Then you want to go to your templates and maybe copy one of them, like duplicate it, call it plot. So we got the plot.html, and as you know, this plot extends the layout.html. So the layout.html contains the HTML code of the head of the website, which is this one here. So the title and the menus. So the title and the links to the menus. So and actually there's quite a lot of discussion whether you want to embed the script, the JavaScript, inside the body tag like we are doing here, because this plot.html will be embedded inside the body tags, or you can also embed that inside the header tags, so which is here. So basically any way it will work. All you have to do is build the placeholders in the correct way. So you will use this double curly brackets, and then you want to check, let me split this on the right. Here we are again. So you want to insert the script1 variable there, separated with a vertical bar from the save method. And then you do the same thing for the div1 and save again. And then two more placeholders in here. So you remember that we have these two links, so the link of the CSS and the link of the JavaScript files. So you can copy them like this, or you can choose to generate them dynamically as we did in the script. So here we are generating them dynamically. That's what we want to do here. So you don't want a static string, but you want to pass there the CDN. We are in the CSS link here, so CDN CSS for this, and then for JavaScript we do the same thing, the save method there, and same thing here, so CDN JS, and save. So save that plot.html, make sure you save the script as well, and so the web app restarted automatically. So we can go now here, refresh the page once, and then you want to go to the plot web page plot, and we got an error there. We have the debugger on, so we can see errors, and here is the script. So debug equals to true, and so it says view function did not return a response. Apparently our function actually is not returning any response, so Python is right there. So this is a function, so it needs to return the render template method there, which should have some arguments. So the first one is plot.html, so the name of the template that we built earlier, and then we have these variables. So we've got script1, which is equal to script1. So that means this script1 variable that contains a string of the bokeh plot will be embedded in the script placeholder here, script1 placeholder here. Yeah, so we do the same for the other elements as well. div1 equals to div1, and you can also break the line there where you have a comma. So just after the comma you are allowed to break the lines. So let me keep the consistency there. And what else do we have? cdn.css equals to cdn.css, and one more, cdn.js underscore js, sorry, cdn underscore js. Yeah, save the script, and the web app restarted. So we are returning these 4 elements, and now let's check what we got. F5 to reload, and we got nothing. And that means you probably have a problem with the files that you're retrieving from the remote servers, so the JavaScript and the CSS files. And let me check. So actually, yeah, we are returning the lists here, not the actual links. So as you know, I showed this earlier, if you just pass the cdn underscore js, you get a list, but with a 0 there you get the actual string. So let's go ahead here and add 0, and the same for JavaScript. Save the script and go and reload the web page. And yeah, finally this is a graph. So probably it's not the fancier embed that you can do out there, but you get the idea. And now you can play around with the divisions and the CSS styling, so you can make this probably more visually appealing. But I think this is good. So it does the job. And yeah, that's what I wanted to teach you. So I hope I didn't miss anything here, and if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Maybe I was a bit quick in doing these things here, but you can probably try things out and see how they work with you. So in the next lecture, I'll go ahead and deploy this web app on the Heroku cloud so we can visit it through a URL. So see you later.